We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.
Welcome to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We have a great show for you guys today. Jack Curtis joins us and talks all about the under 25 World Championship team. And we're excited to get into that, plus some updates from Rebecca Farm. We're going to be right back after we check in with our sponsors.
Want to advertise on the John and Rick Show? Contact John at 352-875-8622
Or call Rick at 850-879-2649.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Does your horse struggle with stress, tight muscles, or fatigue? NupaFeed USA delivers advanced supplements trusted by riders nationwide. Our magnesium supplement with unique MAH helps reduce anxiety and support muscle relaxation. And for lasting stamina, our L-carnitine builds energy and strength without making horses fizzy. Easy to feed, proven to perform. Support your horse's health and performance today with NupaFeed.
Welcome to the John and Rick Show, John. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Rick?
Fantastic. I mean, here we are, Horse Trailer Pros in our Zoom area, doing a great show with Jack Curtis. You just coming off your job at Rebecca Farm.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. Great weekend. The farm is beautiful. I mean, there's no more beautiful place than Rebecca Farm. It is absolutely stunning. And it was 4 long days of competition. The cross country really was incredibly influential. And, you know, I think it was right up to standard. Jay Hambley was the designer who we all know really well. And he did the 3 and 4 star tracks. Burt Wood did the 1 and 2 star tracks. And they caused problems. There was a lot of shakeup out there, but having walked around the courses and like seen it, it wasn't like nothing was unfair. And where he did at the last water in the 4 star, I don't know how much of it you saw. They had a really difficult fence, an angled brush over a ditch at like the corner. It was almost like a Vicarage V type fence, but just an angled vertical. And you know, you could go take a crack at that, but if you didn't want to, you also had an option that most of the 4 short chose. I thought it was an awesome competition. You know, you go there and you're like, I want to, like, people want to be at that event at any level. It's just incredible. So it was really good. And then a good day of show jumping as we're recording this today. And it was super.
Well, that's great. We'll talk in a little bit. You can tell us who won. But we're going to thank NupaFeed for this being their segment. NupaFeed is a great magnesium paste or paste for horse shows. It's a liquid for daily usage. They have other supplements and things available at NupaFeedUSA.com. Thanks, NupaFeed. We can't live without it, John. I don't know about you, but our Equibrew with the NupaFeed really works well. And NupaFeed has been a great partner with us with Equibrew. So we're glad to have them as partners with the John and Rick Show as well.
Yeah, it's a great product. I've used it for years. And like you said, thrilled to have them. So,
well, I got a text saying he would do anything for you, John. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you are John.
That's good to know. I'm gonna have to reach out. Yeah, perfect.
Hey, so you were doing your job really well. I was listening to you.
Thank you
for your work with Rebecca. Who won the 4 long? Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. I'm gonna guess. I know, but you're gonna let us know.
Okay, so the 4 long was won by James Alliston, and he dominated. Honestly, he was absolutely incredible. He was first out, and you watched it and you were like, well, this is pretty easy, except that I know it's James, so it's probably not. And to be honest, all three of those horses that were in the division jumped around the 4-star long incredibly well. It really rode great. And I don't know if you saw, there was one scary moment for James, which was actually totally out of his control at the last fence. I've never seen anything like it. He was galloping up to the last fence, and I don't think he saw until the very last moment a spectator walking across the back of the fence. If you get a chance, go to James's social media, to his Instagram page. The poor woman saw him at the last minute, ran, couldn't get out of the way. She dove, fell down on the backside of the fence, and James ended up jumping her and the fence and getting to the finish. It almost happened so fast. I want to say it was scary, but it actually wasn't, because by the time you realized what happened, it was over.
Yeah, I saw the video you sent. It was crazy.
Yeah, when we were covering it, you're watching it on a computer screen, so you're covering it, and the angle that we had to see that fence was the opposite of the video that James posted. So all I saw was a woman suddenly fall down, and you could see her head and her shoulders on the backside of the fence. And I said live on the stream, I'm like, did you see that, Frankie? What was that? And it was really scary. And I'm glad that everybody was okay. And she got up and walked away, none the worse for wear. And James was fine. But that was really the only moment of excitement for James on that course. He smoked it.
Yeah, he did good. He looked great. And James has his own riding technique that always makes it fun to watch as well.
Yeah.
I saw that video. So note to self, stay out of the way.
Yeah. And so then we just also have to talk about the other two in that division, because honestly, all three rode great. So Alyssa Phillips, our good friend from here in Ocala, she and Rocket looked incredible all weekend. Show jumped today and was just ballooning in the air. Alyssa
cool
is
horse.
So good. She's so accurate. And that horse is absolutely incredible. And then we had Gabby Dickerson and Casalto, and same thing. Honestly, all three of those horses deserved, it's funny because you see, well, there's three horses, so there's all three finish, but they all deserved the finish that they got. They earned it. They all jumped around. It's not like anybody backed into a placing with a problem here or a problem there. They all jumped great.
No, ultimately you're looking at your score and what you finished on and how you did. It doesn't matter if there's one in the division, right? If you end with a good score on your dressage or a little bit above, you're doing a good job.
So then the other thing we should just briefly talk about, and then we can move on, is, well, a couple things actually from Rebecca. As far as the competition goes, the 4 short was really influential. Only one horse jumped around clear. And that was Julie Walford and SSH Playboy. And they were incredible. They were incredible all weekend. And the thing that I learned this weekend, which I didn't realize, is that horse actually broke its fetlock 14 months ago. They at one point thought he may not survive and they might have to put him down. They weren't sure. And 14 months later, she wins the 4 short for the, I'm gapping here because I've been doing this all weekend, the series, for Morven. Where does Morven come?
The U.S. Open.
The U.S. Open. So she wins that leg of the qualifier for the U.S. Open, and
that's great.
Wins the MyBomb trophy, which gives her $500. Yeah, which is really cool. And then the last thing I just want to say, because I think it's really important, is the USEA at Rebecca Farm announced at his home turf that Jerome Broussard is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I can't think of somebody more deserving. He and his entire family, but he is the leader of the family, have given back so much to the sport, but also to the community, with Sarah's effort with the Halt Cancer at X initiative. And if you were there last year, I know, Rick, so you saw Kalispell. Everywhere you turn, there's another sign that says, thank you to the Broussard family for this. Thank you to the Broussard family for that. Like they give back so much to the local community and to the entire eventing community and the horse community. They're just incredible people. So congratulations to Jerome on that. It is so well.
Very good. And the other thing, the accolades for that is he's also, and Broussard, not just the Broussard family and Rebecca Farm being owners of horses, but Jerome himself has individually now owned, I think, one of Will Coleman's horses, which is
Yes.
a super supporter.
Yeah, he's got his mark on a lot of different stuff, and I'm looking forward
that's
to
great.
being there when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I know. Congratulations, Jerome. That's awesome.
Okay, so on to less important but more fun things. The World Cup final is happening, and you turned it on because I told you to, and you missed.
No, we had it on and off. You can talk. I don't know why you're whispering.
You missed the halftime show. Who won?
Spain. I wanted Argentina to win.
So did I. Leslie will be happy. I think he was cheering for Spain because I've got Liam here and he was cheering for Spain. So I'm pretty sure that's right. But I wanted Argentina. Messi should have won that, but whatever. It was a great.
It was overtime. 30-minute overtime with.
Okay, but seriously,
overtime.
Whatever. Soccer, football, like it's great. I'm American. I only care a bit, especially because America's out. But it was incredible. I'm so proud of North America for having it in Mexico and Canada and USA. Rah, rah. Awesome. Yeah. But did you see the halftime show?
Shakira, I heard, was on it, and Madonna. And I have a really good friend that was texting me going, he would kill to be with Shakira.
Shakira is amazing. I love Shakira. Shakira, if you're listening.
I can't remember who that was. I had
Shakira,
so many
if you're listening, Shakira, huge fan here. Huge fan. The whole show was incredible. Madonna came on.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Lasso and Coach Beard were on.
Wow.
And honestly, the highlight for me, Rick, the Muppet Show band.
Oh, did they come on?
Yeah, they were incredible. I didn't even know they were still
while you were
performing.
doing.
It was on a break. We were on a break between divisions, so I ran.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I got to see the Muppet Show band. I thought they had broken up. They're still apparently together, and they look incredible, better than the Rolling Stones. They have really held their age incredibly well. Did I say Bieber was on? Bieber was on.
Bieber, Leave It to Beaver?
No, Justin Bieber.
Oh, Justin Bieber. How did he look?
He looks good, but he did a weird song. He played a guitar. I was like, what are we doing here? You're not a guitar guy. You're a pop singer.
He was going John, not John Lennon. Anyway.
Yeah, he just needed to sing some of his classics, and he tried a little too hard.
Bob Dylan. He was going Bob Dylan.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but everything else was incredible. Okay, and then the last takeaway from the World Cup was the national anthem, which it was performed beautifully. But can we stop trying to make the national anthem something that it's not? It is a song. Just sing the anthem. Stop trying to make it your own. I don't like that.
I missed it.
I can't remember her name. She's incredible. And I should know. And people are gonna be like, I can't believe you didn't know that. But hold on, just one second. She's
singing our national anthem?
She's American. She's saying our national anthem.
And she tried to make it her own. Is that what you're saying? That's all right. Hey, it's a thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
the best is Whitney
Jennifer Hudson.
He was trying to measure up to Whitney Houston.
Yeah, but you can't. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Jennifer Hudson, you are incredible. You're no Shakira. Yeah. You're no Shakira, but you are incredible. And congratulations, because the version, honestly, it was not beautiful. The performance, the voice, the way she performed it was beautiful, but it's not the national anthem. It was weird, and I don't like it. And just sing the regular anthem.
So let me ask a question, because I didn't hear it. Did she change the...
Yeah. The notes, the musical notes were different. She added too many renditions of it. It was a rendition of the national anthem, which is not what it should have been. It was weird.
Well, note taken.
Should have sang
note taken out there, Jennifer. I know you live in Atlanta or somewhere close by. Just tell John to.
That's fine. I could be wrong too. Everybody else probably disagree. That's just my feeling because I'm old.
Hey, you can do whatever you want.
Thank you.
Right. So, Jack Curtis is coming on.
Yes.
It's going to be, it is and was a great interview. He is over in England right now, getting ready to head over to Ireland, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. So we're going to hear from Jack, and he's going to talk all about what it's like to be on the under 25 world championship team. Make sure I get that right, because I do get it wrong a couple times when we're talking with Jack.
It's all right. It's hard when you got the World Cup, you got all this other stuff going on, and it's whatever. You got it. It's going to be fine. Yeah. I don't give you as hard a time as you give me about getting things wrong, but it's fine.
I know, but you should really. For me, it's my hair. Why? I have to wear a hat all the time now.
What, your hair?
Yeah.
Actually, it looks pretty good, John.
Thank you.
You're going, hey, John, we're getting to Jack. We're going to sign off here in a second. So you can get packed for
Greece. We're going to Greece for 10 days.
Whoa, 10 days.
I'm so excited. Well, it's like a day of travel each way. So really,
it doesn't matter. That's 8 days of bliss in the Greek god islands.
You know who we're going to see while we're there?
Hard to say.
It's not Shakira. Jen won't allow that. We're going to see Tick and Sinead.
Are they still going to be there?
They're there for a month. They rented a house for a month in Crete.
What?
And so we're going to see them the last 2 days, 3 nights.
That's crazy. I didn't know they rented a house for a month.
Yeah.
Are they going to know how to speak Greece when they get back? Greek?
Yeah, I think it's Greek they speak. Also, what I'm really hoping for is to run into Giannis Antetokounmpo, or at least his brothers or family members, because even though they've left the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm still a huge fan of Giannis. Go Heat. I guess.
Go Heat. Well, that's going to be cool. Give them a big hug for us, because I'm living vicariously through them.
The Antetokounmpos?
No, Tick and Sinead.
The Maynards. Okay.
Goldfish and the boy.
Yeah, right.
What?
Yes, Goldfish. And Brooks.
Yeah, I like calling the boy.
I constantly, I don't know if you are aware of this, but I constantly call Brooks.
Goldfish, I think he's the boy.
I call Brooks Briggs a lot.
Do you really?
Sinead is always like, I mean, that's fine, but it's Brooks, not
That's funny. That's why I just say the boy.
Yeah, I like it. All right. So should we get to Jack?
Hey, let's get to Jack.
All right, man. Cool. Well, thank you to Nupa Feed. We truly appreciate you sponsoring this segment, and you guys hang tight. We will be right back.
I am.
Does your horse struggle with stress, tight muscles, or fatigue? NupaFeed USA delivers advanced supplements trusted by riders nationwide. Our magnesium supplement with unique MAH helps reduce anxiety and support muscle relaxation. And for lasting stamina, our L-carnitine builds energy and strength without making horses fizzy. Easy to feed, proven to perform. Support your horse's health and performance today with NupaFeed.
EquiBrew, now available in the USA. It's a live probiotic that you feed daily to your horses. The live microbes go into your horse's gut and cleans up the gut wall, creating a healthy gut system.
EquiBrew is an essential part of my feeding program. My horses love to eat it, and it does a really good job of promoting gut health and also good behavior and great performances.
It's something I recommend for all of your horses, no matter what they do in their careers.
It's so affordable, I can use it on all of my horses in the barn, not just my top horses.
Order EquiBrew today by going to brickfieldnutrition.com or calling 850-879-2649.
Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique allows him to identify and alleviate tightness in muscles. He uses trigger point massage to release points of restriction. Grant has over a decade of experience fitting and adjusting a wide variety of saddles. His expertise in equine physiology, coupled with a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle, allows him to quickly identify and correct any balance issues. Grant can also adjust your saddle on site. Grant works on all of my competition horses, and I have noticed a significant improvement in their performance at competitions and their overall way of going. Grant's based in Ocala, Florida year-round, but regularly travels to the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454.
Everyone says they feed the best, but not every feed is made the same. Seminole Feed is built on fixed formulas. And made in a medication-free mill for unmatched safety. Every bag delivers consistency your horse can feel and performance you can see. Because when it matters, there is only one best. The original low-starch feed, Seminole Wellness.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are joined by Jack Curtis, and we are in the Seminole Feed segment. We appreciate Seminole Feed. They are a great company. We love them. I love them because their feed is exclusively made in their mills just for horse feed, which is a super important thing. And Rick was just telling me that now you can also get their horse feed on Chewy, which is pretty cool.
Yep,
So-
that's correct, John. They just got approved on Chewy, and you go wherever you are, you can just order your feed.
Boom. I like that. Jack, maybe you can get it over there, man.
Yeah.
So, Jack, thanks for joining the show. And before we get into all of this, I think I wanted to save this because we were texting back and forth, and you got big congratulations from Rick, and I wanted to do it face to face. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, a member of the under 25 European championships, not European, world championships team.
Yeah.
There we go. I got it out right. It's going to be a struggle for me apparently today.
So we should tell everybody who, I know we probably did an intro before Jack came on, but this is Jack Curtis.
I said that.
No, I want to say it again.
Okay.
So we're going to embarrass Jack before we let him talk. Okay.
Okay.
Because it happened not too long ago. I think we're at Kentucky, Jack. And let's see if you can guess who it was. Probably, to me, the most famous eventer in the world. All right?
Yeah.
Looked at Jack Curtis and said, "Are you a movie star?
Ooh.
Are you in the movies? Gosh, you're really good looking." Who said that to you, Jack?
Lucinda Green.
You got it. What a compliment, huh?
Yeah, that was hard to forget. Yeah.
All right. Let's start off by dittoing what John said. Congratulations. Tell everybody what exactly that means, Jack. And as you go through that, you can also segue into who you are, where you came from, and how you got here.
Perfect. So yeah, the list just came out for the under 25 World Championships, which is held at Mill Street this year, which is super exciting. I've never been, and that's in Ireland, so it'll be really cool to check it out. But I think it's the first time it's happening this year, the under 25s, which is super exciting, and also exciting to do it with a bunch of under 25 riders that, I've kind of grown up competing with. So I would say all of us are pretty close. So I think it'll be a good experience for all of us. And it's my first team experience. So I'm very excited.
That's incredible. And, as we get through this, I know I threw a lot at you, but why don't you tell everybody about Jack Curtis? How long have you been riding? Where were you born? How did this happen?
Yeah. Well, so I'm born and raised the North Shore of Boston, so like 25 minutes north.
Where's your accent?
Yeah, don't have a Boston one, unfortunately. So I grew up there and grew up playing hockey, soccer, and lacrosse. But in the town I grew up in, there's a riding school called Pine Tree Equestrian Center, which conveniently was only about a mile down the road from me. And so I think it was actually my dad and I were driving to a hockey game, and I saw the sign because I was always interested in horses growing up. And we saw the sign. So my dad gave him a call on the way to the hockey game. I think I was probably 8 years old. And the next week I had my first riding lesson, and then off we went. But yeah, so I learned riding kind of in Massachusetts. And as I got older, I bounced around a little bit just within the area. And then when I was 14, my twin brother and I, Sam, who no longer rides, but he used to, we then moved to go train with Caitlin Stillman in Pennsylvania. So moved a little bit away from home, but still in school and whatnot. And so we were kind of traveling back and forth from home and school and in Pennsylvania. And was there for, I think, 7 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
With Caitlin Stillman. That's
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
John, just jump in there.
Well, I'm just letting Jack tell his story. So I think what I want to know a little bit about is your horse, right? So we've got Luska Candy Clover. I have seen him jump around here at my farm quite a bit this winter with Leslie. Really nice horse. Tell us a little bit about him. How'd you get that horse?
Yeah. So I bought him from Dan Classing when he was a rising 7-year-old. And funny enough, I actually saw him. So Dan brought him over from Ireland in his 5-year-old year. And we were trying horses with Dan, and he had brought Rue along, is what he's called in the barn, to have his first cross country school stateside. And I remember asking if that one was for sale, and he said no.
That's the one you want then.
Yeah. And then, so I've always liked the horse, and I kind of had always followed him a bit. And then 2 years later, I went and tried him and loved him. And so then, I got him, and it was a little bit of a not rocky start, but Rue and I would say, are carbon copies of each other in the sense where we're pretty similar in our personalities, which is great. But in the beginning was a little bit challenging. And so it took me like 3 good years to really kind of build a partnership with him. But he tries so hard. And then, so we've kind of done everything for the most part together. Like first 2 long, 3 stars, advanced 4 stars and whatnot. And it's kind of been like a little bit of a roller coaster, but a good one, just because I was in school so much, traveling back and forth. I wasn't always riding like the most consistent. And so that was a little bit tough in the beginning to kind of get that partnership settled. But I've had him, he's 13 this year. So let me do the math. I think that's 6 years. Yeah, going on 6 years. So we've been together a long time. And he is the best jumper I've probably ever ridden, which is a cool feeling.
He's incredible, and it's been fun to watch you this winter. Now, I hope you don't mind, but one thing I want to just talk about is it hasn't been like the perfect winter season, right? I know we've talked about it a little bit between the 3 of us actually at one point. Like, you came out this winter, and you tell me if I have this right, but it sounds like what you were doing is you're trying to get faster on cross country, be more competitive with the cross country riding. Just talk us through what that was like and some of the growing pains that you had here. And like, timing of it was a little tough because it was right as you were getting ready to leave.
Yeah. No, definitely. And that was like also, so pretty much like, I mean, Rue has been in years past a really, really good cross country horse, and he is a really good cross country horse. But this year, like this spring, was a little bit of a tough kind of go. I feel like I'm new to the 4-star level. I moved up. I did my first 4-star last year, and I feel like it went like really well. The first couple 4-stars I did, and then
it did. Like, you went to Terra Nova and had a 30 on the flat, and you had a handful of time, but a good cross country round. And you're right. Like, and the record on the horse is very, very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, that was a good feeling, but then, like, I'm not like a naturally competitive person. And so I think a little bit, like, I went out at Ocala and I hadn't had really any cross country penalties with Rue in a couple of years. And had an early problem there, just simple mistakes. Like, Rue's a really good horse. He'll jump the jump, but, it's 4-star. So you do have to put him on a good line, give him a good ride up to it, which is totally fair. And so what didn't shake me, but then I made the same mistake again later in the course. And then he comes around and jumps it perfectly. So it's a bit of a learning curve. And then I from there went to Tryon. And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just not to jump in and cut you off, Jack, but I was there for your struggle, right?
Yeah.
And I think for everybody listening or watching, Jack is a really good rider. And it's funny you say you're not competitive because your whole family is.
Yeah.
So I also know that Alyssa Phillips pushes you really, really hard. So I just, when you say you made some mistakes cross country, we all do it, right? And I think the biggest thing we all do, John, is, and you might be able to attest to this as he finishes his story, is that sometimes you see a distance and you give a little tug, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes, oh my God, that tug turns into another tug.
Right.
And then it turns into another tug. So I think we all deal with that, Jack. So I'm sure Tom McEwen, who you're over there with, is probably going to get you out of the tugging mode. So go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off. Because your Tryon run, it was fence 4. It was like early.
It's so early. I was like caught off guard. And like the mistakes that happened, they're super, super simple mistakes. Like it's not like a big problem or like a big issue that I need to go address. It's simply, the beginning, the first minute or whatever it is, and I'm not in a rhythm or, and I won too many or I'm not on a good line. And that's just getting, starting out and being switched on. And also annoyingly enough, I feel like the problems I've had like this season have been for very slight different reasons. And it's not like, so at least it's not the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah. But, I was just going to say, and I think the reason I wanted to bring this up, because I can feel you're like, oh God, I can't believe I'm having to talk about this, but I think it's a great story for people to hear because you've done it was what I was trying to get at. Like you had this winter season. It's not all roses and butterflies when you're doing event horses at the top level. I think to your credit, you had something you were trying to address, which is be a more competitive rider, which I believe is what you're trying to say. Yeah. And you were willing to kind of hang it out there and say, this is what I'm going to do. I want to go to the European Championships. And to do that, I have to be competitive and prove I can do it. So you tried
World Championships. World.
Why do I keep saying Europeans?
I don't know.
I don't know. World. It's like how you say the names wrong. It's the same thing.
Whatever. Yawn.
But my point, Jack, is like you did it. So then you go over there and you have a run over there. So tell us about that run.
Yeah. So we went to Bramham in the foreshort, just 2 weeks after arriving here. So still new to the environment. And that was definitely like the biggest,
hardest.
Definitely the hardest. I think the first time I walked the course, I was like, right. I turned to someone and I go, now who thought this is a good idea? But yeah, no. So it was really, really challenging. And I mean, I thought it was one of Ruse and I's better rounds as a whole, considering the technicality and also the size of the jumps, which are huge. But yeah, so there was this really, really, really tough early combination. I think it was at 7, and it was this brush box going down a hill, bending in an open 5 to 2 offset brushes on like a little bit of an open 3. But definitely the hardest question I've ever seen on a course. And then also just knowing my horse, he's not the biggest horse. He's really compact and he's not that tall. And so his stride isn't always that open in the, first couple of minutes. And so I just got caught out at the C element because I knew the 5 wasn't going to happen that early on. It's kind of the first part of the course too, where you see the crowds, and Rue's never seen a crowd. I've never seen a crowd that big. And so like we kind of got up to the hill and he was a bit like, whoa, shell shocked. And I probably was as well. And so I held out for the 6, which was my plan actually going into it. And that worked out well. But then that meant the 3 was just that much more open. And so with that many distractions, like he just ran by it, but I just came back around, jumped it fine, and then carried on. And then he did the rest of the course, and it felt like honestly like a walk in the park. Like I just know him so well, so it just kind of kept flowing, and then that switched me in because I was like, great, I've just had an early, another one. But he finished like super confident, and I was so happy. And yeah, and there was like a lot of other improvements. Like I feel like each event I walk away with just that much more homework, but then also like my dressage is getting better, my show jumping is getting a little bit more consistent, like just small little wins to take away, just kind of keep building on. But yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I think that's great. I mean, that's what you do to get better, isn't it? And I was impressed with your go. I mean, yeah, you had the blip there, but the blip was just that. It was just a technical blip. And the way that course was running, it was, I mean, I was sitting there going, wow. Yeah. So good for you. Well, the selectors and everybody else thought you were ready to go, and I think you're ready to go. I think that just puts you in a good position. So who are your teammates?
Yeah. So Cassie Sanger, Olivia Dutton, Meg Pellegrini, Quidley Kellerman, Molly Duda.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you, Jack Curtis.
And you.
Okay, so I know all of you guys, except I don't think I know Quidley. She's based over there. Is that right?
Yep. She's with the McNabbs.
So have you met her? Do you know her very well?
I have not met her, no.
All right. So we're going to get to know her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have Quidley on.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So what's the lead up now? I know this competition starts July 23rd. So you're getting close, right? Like you're within 10 days, right? Aren't we? Yep. Yeah, 10 days. I guess as this airs, you'll be there actually. So for everybody listening, we're recording this ahead of time so that we're not distracting from Jack's intensive preparations. So right now, as they're watching this, the competition is underway. What is your lead up? Like training camp wise, is Leslie coming over? Do you ride with him? I know you're riding with Tom. Is like, what's going on between now and then?
Yeah. Well, so we do have the training sessions with Leslie and Karen and the whole team. That starts this weekend. I think we're arriving on Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, we'll kind of all have our individual rides and just kind of make sure all the wheels are turning and it's all good. And then just to kind of get everybody together before we all get up and start the trek over to Ireland. So it'll be fun to see everybody and just to kind of be in it all. But then like
over as a team.
Yeah, well, so there's a couple of us who are already based over here. And so then I think Olivia and Meg, their horses, I think, are actually in the air right now. So they're arriving today or tomorrow. But yeah, and so then the like lead up from Bramham to Mill Street, we kind of looked at the calendar and made a plan for every day, all the gallops, all the, making sure we're checking all those boxes, show jumping shows, doing dressage, all the things, and just kind of looking at a lot of footage too. Like Tom and I spent some time going over some videos, and just kind of pointing out, what are my weaknesses, XYZ, and just, we can just kind of keep building on that and improving leading up to this. So that's been good. And it's been calming, like kind of having that plan going into this, because, like the pressure kind of builds on you, but I'm trying to stay level at zero so I can kind of think clearly and whatnot.
Well, that's a good plan, Jack. Hey, John, I don't know if we're to our segment break yet, but are we? Before I ask.
We got time for one more really good question. And
all right, I'm gonna do it now. It's intriguing for a lot of people, Jack, because you mentioned you had a twin brother, right? You're not identical, but you're very similar in your outgoing ways, and it's pretty cool because I got to meet your brother, and I've known him for a while, but I got to hang out with him in Kentucky. How has it been growing up as a twin?
Yeah. Well, it's like you have, it's funny. Like, I don't know, because I don't know anything different, but it's like we kind of do everything together. So like growing up, we're in the same classes, we're in the same kind of program. And so we, wake up, and then from then on until you go to bed, really, you're kind of attached at the hip.
So it's a best friend. You have a best friend all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, you're never alone. So it's fun. It's fun.
And are you
That's
guys
great.
like, do you have ESP? Are you psychic?
Actually, no, but what we do very often is like if I'm thinking of something, he will say it literally 5 seconds after.
That's
and, like,
psychic.
Yeah, you're
That's
psychic.
That's
like,
psychic.
yeah. Or we'll like say the same word at the same time.
Did y'all get the same degree? I know you just graduated from college.
Yeah.
So congratulations, by the way.
We were two different majors.
What was your major?
I majored in finance.
And look at you.
And then
there's a girl out there looking for a man in finance.
Somewhere.
Are you 6'5"?
Unfortunately, no.
That's fun.
So what did your brother major in? I know Lucinda Green's looking for somebody. I don't know.
Sam was project management.
Oh.
Yeah, so similar, but a little bit different.
So is he actively working? Is he over in England right now supporting your goals?
No, he's back home on the job hunt.
All right, gotcha. And what are you going to do when you get back? I know are you a year in England? Maybe we can take that up when we come back. I want to know what you're going to do for the next year.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a break. Thank you again to Seminole Feeds. Check them out on Chewy if you don't have a store local to you, and you will get Seminole Feed right to your door. And we will be right back with more from Jack Curtis.
Everyone says they feed the best, but not every feed is made the same. Seminole Feed is built on fixed formulas. And made in a medication-free mill for unmatched safety. Every bag delivers consistency your horse can feel and performance you can see. Because when it matters, there is only one best, the original low-starch feed, Seminole Wellness.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Hey, welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are still here with Jack Curtis and John Holling, back from his Wisconsin trip. And also, I think he had a clinic this last weekend. Is that right?
I did.
Or were you just Wisconsin?
No, I was clinicking in Wisconsin.
Well, there you go. Because you got home late last night. And
All
thanks
I do is
for
work.
With that water skiing going on. We're in the Equibrew segment, John. And Equibrew is a live probiotic that I happen to carry here in the United States that, bar none, is the best probiotic you could ever have or give to your horse. It's the only live probiotic on the market worldwide. And we get it from New Zealand, actually. John, you're on it. We're on it. It's a daily supplement used for your horses to get your biodome, the gut dome, really in good health. And, as you move forward with the Equibrew, you alleviate a lot of things like, ulcers. You contribute to being able to give them supplements that work in actively even better, even your feeds. If you're feeding Seminole feed, it's really great to be using. But Equibrew can be found at EquibrewUSA.com and go there, order it today. It's on Shopify. And also, it's a good place to start by buying other things like Nupa feed and Seminole feeds and all kinds of stuff. Go ahead, John.
Did you change the website?
No, we have EquibrewUSA.com as well as BrickfieldNutrition.com.
Okay.
Either one you can get there.
Perfect. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, Jack, you're back. So you made the trip over, I'm going to get this correct now, to Europe, and now you are on the U.S. team for the World Championships for the under-25s, and you're based at Tom McEwen's place. So you're there for, what did you say, a year?
Yeah, well, so I'm doing kind of like 6-month stints. So like through the end of the season and then kind of keep doing 6 months just because when I was planning this move, committing to like a full year is just like a very long time. And I didn't know like kind of what it would be like. And so I thought 6 months, play it safe and just kind of keep chugging along.
So basically you didn't want to be in England in the winter.
No.
Yeah.
No. I think I will be. That'll be,
Ocala is a much better place to be in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Well,
Some of the my friends at the barn, we've been bringing up the winter a couple of times just this year. And I'm like, well, I've spent the last, I don't know, 8-10 years down south in Florida or Aiken. So I'm like, this is going to be, it'll be shocking, I think.
Yeah, it's not that bad, John. It's not that bad. I mean, he's from Massachusetts. He can handle it. Hey, so how do you like England?
I love it. Yeah. It's funny. Like I came over the first week I was here, it downpoured like nonstop. And so everyone's joking like, welcome to England. And then, and my mom had come over with me for that week. And then literally the day she flew home, it was just like sunny, really nice weather. And so we kind of came for that stint. And so I was joking with her saying, you brought the bad weather.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Where is Tom located?
He's at Gatcombe Park in Gloucestershire.
That's cool.
And so
good. I'm sorry, John, I have one more question and you can take it. So I heard you say my friends at the barn. So obviously you already got yourself a crowd. And what do you do off campus without horses? Anything fun?
There's some good golf courses around here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I've played a little bit of golf. And then, I mean, really, like I kind of hang home unless I go like grab some food or whatnot, or like pop over to a friend's house. But for the most part, I just kind of chill.
There you go, John. That was your segue.
I'm here. I was ready. I was just letting Jack finish his thoughts. So Jack, what has been thus far, and you're pretty fresh into it still over there, the biggest difference, piece of advice that you've gotten over there, whether it's been from Tom or somebody else?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I feel like I think I might need to think about
it. Doesn't have to be your final answer, but there must be some takeaway. Like right now, if you're like, okay, this is the piece that if I had to leave today that I'd take back to the States with me, what would that be?
Yeah. Probably that, like, I think the biggest thing I've noticed is how little leg I actually use. And like, just like watching people ride here from the beginning, it's so like, I don't know. It looks so perfect almost.
Effortless is what there you go.
Yeah. Effortless. And I think like, there's things to kind of pay attention to, even if you're just walking on the buckle. Like it's just the little details that actually make the big performance versus like, you want to go and do all these big movements and whatnot, but it's the finest details that give you that big kind of performance, what you want. And so I think probably just really nailing the basics versus having to go home and retrain them like why you're kind of in the mix of it. So I think just like taking the time every single day on the basics before you even attempt to do like a shoulder in or anything like that.
Right. So hold on one sec. So my next sort of part of that is you are over there. You're 23 years old. I know you feel like, and this is why you're going to be successful. Like you still have a long way to go and you're learning this sport, but there are kids.
Yeah.
I teach them in clinics every month who are 12, 13, 14 years old, who look up to you as that's what they want to do. They dream of what you are accomplishing right now. So if you could talk to those kids, which you get to right now because they are watching you, and give them a piece of advice, some kid just 20 miles north of Boston who is trying to get into horses and has these big dreams to do what you're doing, what would you tell that kid?
I would tell them to look at every opportunity like it's you know, a reality, like kind of really explore every option that you have. And because you never know where it'll lead you, I think ride as many horses as you can early on. And then, yeah, just don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Like when you're like young, for like what your goals are and what you want out of something. Because I feel like when you're like an early teen or whatnot, it's sometimes frustrating when in your head you have this idea of what you want to do. Like I know, and then like, but if you don't really have the words or maybe the voice to say it. But I think just being open and honest about your goals and what you want to achieve, and then finding the right people for you to kind of help push you along in that direction and get you there, I think is really important. Yeah, just speaking to as many people as you can, taking every bit of knowledge and storing it in your head.
That's good. I think, John, that was a good question because obviously the 8-year-old Jack knew exactly what to do and said, "Dad, will you please call that number?" And look what happened.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I think I just think it's great advice because I see so many people, teenagers in high school, and I get it. And I'm curious, both of you, but especially you, Jack, your thoughts on this. I see so many young people who are talented, hardworking, and they want to be in this industry. And what they get told, I think incorrectly by people not in the industry, and sometimes by people in the industry, is you can't do that. You'll never make it. You're not going to go and do horses for a living. Are you kidding? Like, that's ridiculous. Go to school and get a job, and then maybe you can have one horse. And I think if that's what people want to do and they want to get a professional job and do the horse thing, that's what they should do. But I just think I've never known a sport in an industry that I felt it when I was in high school. And I'm guessing you, at least to a point, probably felt it, where you had this dream and it's like everywhere you'd turn to get support, you get discouraged.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do agree with that. And I think like, especially like you said, like early teens, there's still you still have so much time. And I feel like it seems a little bit unattainable sometimes when you're that young. Because it is, you know, it is a huge effort to do it all. But I think what comes down to it is like the support team that you have. If you're being told that it's not attainable or it's something that, you know, you shouldn't be doing, then, you know, remove yourself from there and go somewhere where people are going to support you, because, you know, you're only as good as the people around you, because it's not a one-man show. It's a whole team effort. So yeah, like just surround yourself with good people who believe in you, you believe in them. And, you know, the good energy will, you know, push you in the right way.
I love that.
That was well said. Hey, and Jack, I think what we have heard and what we do know is that you combined your riding career, and I would say you were lucky to do so in finding a way of going to school. I'm sure your parents said you need to go to school.
Nice.
And some people, John would be one, and he took his own path, which includes school. I took the path of school, but
Yeah.
I think for you, for those people out there that are trying to get into the world of riding and they're in their teens and they want to go to school, tell them that it can be done. You can do school and you can do horses.
No, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's like it kind of backpacks off the last two things I said with having a support system and then also being able to speak up for yourself.
Right.
Because it is obviously school is a massive commitment, as is horses. So it's two big dogs kind of going against each other. Because more often than not, you're not doing horses at school. You're going to be traveling, however far it is away. But then also, you've got commitments at school and timelines, and then you've got the same thing over here with the horses competing and making sure you still have enough time in the saddle to be prepared to go compete. And so, yeah, it definitely wasn't easy, especially with like absences for class. But for me, like, my parents were supportive in me and making sure that I could also leave school. But then it was up to me to kind of make that happen and discuss with all my teachers and professors beforehand. And so like usually like at the beginning of every semester, I would send this email to all my professors. And I would go meet with them and explain it, because a lot of people who aren't horsey don't understand actually what you're doing. And so I would, really, really explain it to them, and I'd give them, dates and whatnot so that they were on the same page. But yeah, it's just a lot of doing homework on the road, a lot of like emailing back and forth just to try and, when you do come back to school from an event or something, that you aren't far behind, because then the next time they may not be as lenient with you if they have to keep holding your hand. So no, it is tough, but like I said, just got to talk. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is such great advice. And I think you minored in strategic planning. I mean, well done. I mean, that is brilliant. And John, I think you can take that away. That's such a great quality to have as a young person, to be able to sit there and navigate, two big dogs, as you call them, and then kind of make them all work together. Jack, congratulations, because you've done a good job, and I'm proud of you. So that's good.
Thank you.
So Jack, you've got the World Championships as this is airing. And is that a short or a long? That's a short, right?
Short in a long format.
Okay. So it's a short, but you show jump last.
Right.
Okay. So what's the plan kind of the rest of the season then from there? What are you guys thinking?
So, for Rue, he, after Mill Street, I'm looking at 2 longs for him. Like I'll choose one or the other. Sure. So either Blenheim, which is in September, or go to Buccolo, which is beginning of October. And I think like I'm just gonna a little bit just see how he runs at Mill Street and how he feels, because Buccolo and Blenheim are different courses. And so it just, I want to pick the right one that suits him and suits me.
Have you been to Buccolo before?
I have not.
Oh man. I am telling you right now, that is the most fun event I've ever been to. I've been twice.
Okay. Yeah.
It is, I cannot tell you, competition is good. The people you compete against are the best in the world. To be fair, Blenheim is the more proper cross country for sure. But when they do the briefing, the 2 years I went, they start the meeting with, "Welcome to Buccolo. Not everyone can win, but everyone will have a great time."
Yeah.
And you do.
Yeah. No, I've heard some.
That's awesome. And Jack's over 21, so it's good.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to debate on those two, and it's going to depend on how he's running, obviously.
Yeah. So I'll give him like a prep run between one of the two. And so we've kind of looked at plan A and plan B for all the prep leading up to it, just whichever one I do end up kind of targeting. And then I have another horse over here as well, who will target a 3 long at the end of the year. So for him, he's just
Tell us about that one.
Yes. Cooley Top Gun is his name.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that one.
And he's newer to me. I got him last January. So like a year and a half I've had him. And he's polar opposite to Rue. Like Rue's this little short, compact. He's like an oversized pony. And then Top Gun's very leggy and he's tall and whatnot. And so it's like a different feeling riding him versus Rue. And so, last year I did some 2 stars and 3 stars on him and just kind of started forming a partnership, and then bumped him back down to the 2-star level just because he's quite weak, but he's just like a very leggy, lanky type. And so tomorrow he's going to go to an event and move back up to intermediate, and then we'll keep plugging away for that 3 long this fall.
Yeah, it's crazy. People are listening to you. You're going to a horse trial tomorrow on Tuesday.
I know. That was another thing when I came over here. I was like, what do you mean? You go event on a Wednesday, right?
Yeah, but event like every day over there.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So, out of curiosity, on the Cooley Top Gun, is his name Maverick in the barn?
No, we just call him Top Gun.
You should have gone with Goose or Maverick or something.
That's pretty uncreative, Jack.
I know.
That's all right. We'll let it slide. Who did he come? Who'd you get him from?
Oh, I bought him from Wills Oakton. He's
very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to Buccolo. You said you're there sort of 6 months time. You said, I'm just saying that because that's where I want to go. You're there 6 months. So when are you back? What does that put you at?
That would put me December 1st. So midwinter, but I hopefully will stay for another season.
Okay, so when you say 6 months, it's like a 6 month commitment, and then you might just piggyback right on top of it.
Yeah. Okay. So I rent a cottage over here, and it's on a 6 month rental term. So that's kind of why I was like, okay, I'll do the 6 months and then just keep renewing it, hopefully.
So one thing before we wrap this up that I just have to make sure is the next time, whether you're back here competing or you just come to hang out because you're like, it's cold in England and I want a break and I'm going to go to Ocala for a couple weeks, you got to stop by the farm and come into the John and Rick Show studio, and you have to sign the banner in the studio. So when you come cross country schooling here, you walk through the studio.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, there's the John and Rick Show banner. There's 3 markers. There's 4 markers. There's a black marker. There's gold. There's silver. And there's bronze. And so you have to decide what color you're going to sign in. And it says something about you as a person. And it doesn't necessarily say the same thing about people. Like some people choose gold and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Gold. And other people choose black and you're like, really? That's kind of non-committal. Sometimes it makes sense. So we're going to judge you on which marker you choose.
All right.
I predict black because he's non-committal.
Okay.
Just kidding, Jack.
In all seriousness, we're giving you a hard time, but you do need to come when you're here. I need you to come in and you got to sign that banner for us.
Hey, let's do a shout out to your teammates. Everybody, good luck. Y'all go slay them and do a good team representation for the USA. And a special shout out to Rebecca Farm. I think that's coming up this week. And everybody competing at Rebecca Farm, especially your good friend, Alyssa Phillips. So we'll be watching in the United States and over there in Ireland.
As this airs, Rebecca will be just finished up. So hopefully that went.
Well, congrats, Alyssa.
Congrats.
Yeah.
There you go. But good luck, Jack. We are cheering you on. I think you're primed. You're ready for a great performance this weekend.
Agreed.
Thank you.
All right, man. We appreciate you making the time and being so flexible with everything. Rick, do you want to sign us out with Equibrew?
Sure. Don't forget your Equibrew, Jack, when you're back here. I'll give you some to try. It's really great stuff. Lucinda loves it, but it's hard to get in England. So order your Equibrew at usaequibrew.com or equibrewusa.com. Sorry, I just like that USA so much that I want to say it.
You're a patriot.
Yep.
We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.